Welcome to the grand finals of what season is this? Season 6. Freedom Gaming. We got Joe running the Resistance. Taliesin with Heroic Advanced Optics. Greer Sonnell with Heroic and Advanced Optics. Elo Asti with Heroic and, of course, the integrated S-Foils. And Nia Num with Heroic and Pattern Analyzer and also the S-Foils. On the left-hand side, we got Jacob Bates running the Rebel Alliance. He's running Saul Guerrera with Leia Organa and Pivot Wing. Garvin Dreas in his ARC 170 with Selfless. Shara Bay with Selfless and R3 Astromech and AP5 and the Sheathapede. He is running that Rebel Beef. It's delicious. So right now we're setting up the asteroids here. Jacob has been with us for about 4 seasons, maybe 5 seasons now. This is his second grand finals appearance. Third season. He's hungry for a victory tonight. But he's got to get through Joe, who's a longtime multi-champion of our league. So it will be a tough fight. And we're about ready to head to Dials. Let me know if you are enjoying the stream or if you have any problems. I'm sorry, we're not going to Dials. We're going to setup first, which makes more sense. Gotta put ships on the table, turns out. Jacob is starting with his AP5, placing him, choosing to place him horizontally instead of facing his opponent. Not a bad choice. And then he is placing Saul Guerrera. All right, and he is using his range ruler there to decide him being within range 1 of the game board. Shar is on the left. Garvin is on the right. And the reason Jacob is placing all of his first is because Joe dropping some hot takes on Jacob there. I take it you have initiative, Joe? I'm sorry? Oh, don't worry about it. I know who's who. And this is going to be a how long match? 90 minutes? How many? 120 minutes. Right. How's it going? Joe is setting up his line of pain. Asteroid setup is actually kind of a mirror of when we played, so that'll be interesting. Usually chooses to fly the X-Wings together with his A-Wings coming up the side. And I think we're about ready to start on their go. I will start the timer. And there's the handshake, and timer starts now, gentlemen.
The official timer going.
Timer has started. All right. All right. Jacob starting off with a nice 2 there. Yeah, DeMarcus Arc 170. Just trying to decide on his action here. Choosing to calculate, as droids usually do. Is U-Wing with Saul, choosing to 3 bank there. All right. And while this is a league game, we are a casual bunch, so we do sometimes do our dials all at the same time, just to save a little bit of time here. But normally you would have to do a movement, then an action, then a movement and action, or it'd be a missed action. And we have our first bump. All right, and next we have Joe. He's going to start moving with his resistance. I believe leading with Greer, who he'll be bringing up the side. Trying to decide on his action. All right, and a 5 forward from Talisan. And keep them together. What Joe is probably going to do here is try to come around the edge and get them free shots from the behind, out of the weaker arcs of the 170s in the rear. And the T70s are going to come around with their hards. Choosing to boost into the buffet. All right. And one further boost to bring Nien right around with Ella. And we are going back to dials. If you're just joining us, welcome. Thank you for taking a peek. This is kind of a test stream. We're getting ready to do a store championship here in a few weeks, so figured why not start with the grand finals of our league. But please, if you have any feedback, let me know. Joe's going to try to pull off a Michael Jordan tonight, playing a little sick. Sounds a little bit like Grievous. But he's here. He's going to put out the best performance of his life. His kids are nothing in comparison to his victory that he wants tonight. All right, got a 3-bank from AP5. AP5 going for a calc. Most likely going to be bumping his AP5 to slow his approach. Tight fit, but Garvin manages to squeeze in there. Focusing. Saul's going to speed up a little bit more, come in with a 4 straight. He is also focusing. All right. Jacob, as expected, doing a bump there. Slows approach. All right, and we're going to switch over to Joe, who does have the option of going second. He opted to give initiative to Jacob. And he's going to come in with a real quick turn in. And a boost. And then we're going to have Tally-san come up from behind. Most likely going to boost as well. All right. Fairly standard formation for so far. All right. Also choosing the slows approach with the X being X-Wings nice ones. T-70s and T-65s really enjoy those maneuvers. And we may have some shooting happening. We definitely have some shooting happening. Looks like we got range 3 shots from both T-70s. Trying to decide between Saul or AP5. Both have tokens. Saul with a focus. AP5 with a calculate. All right, Nian is choosing to take a shot at Saul Guerrera. He's going to have 3 versus 3. All right, he's going to use this heroic. And right, Saul ends up taking 2 damage from that. All right, Tally-san's going to take a range 3 through the debris at Share Bay. The 2 hits. And that's going to be a full evade from Jacob. Does not look like a shot from Garvin. We are going to get a shot from Shara, range 3. All right. All right. Who was that on? Was that on Nian or which one was that on? Hello. Takes 1 damage. You got a hit crit on Elo as well. All right. Greer is going to take range 2 on Shara. All right, spinning advanced optics for 2 hits. And then we got it seems we rolled 1 too many dice. Jacob is choosing to re-roll. Good sportsmanship, guys. He's going to take 2 damage. And Shara goes down to 1 shield. And then lastly, the droid. All right, taking a range 3 shot at Elo. And we got a evade from Joe. And it looks like we are going back to dials. So again, if you're watching this or if you're watching this on YouTube, please follow or subscribe or like even our comment. Let us know what we can do to make improvements. This was just kind of thrown together this evening, but I think we have some real potential here. So I don't really have anyone to play off of, but if I were, I'd say we're going to see some straights and some turns this round. My professional opinion. And again, if you're just joining us, thank you. All right, we're just about done with their dials here. Both players are placing their last 2. All right. And I believe we are moving to our action phase here. All right, and starting us off, AP5 doing a 3 straight. Gonna get in there and.
Oh, hello. That's a little bit.
And AP5 chooses to coordinate, probably to one of the arcs here. Shara is doing a focus. Probably going to be doing a red hard turn. Aull is doing a 2 straight. Going to try to get those range 1 shots in the T70s, who will most likely also be doing a 1 straight. Chooses to take a focus. All right. We got a 2 bank. And again, a tight fit, but he does manage to do it. Garvin is focusing. This is the 3rd round. Using R3, he's going to target lock 2 different targets. Choosing to target Greer and hello. Yes, sir. All right, Joe begins his approach with Greer, who is his lowest initiative pilot at 4. Choosing to do a straight. He has an interesting decision to make here, because if he chooses to boost, he will be an arc of the arcs, but if he stays where he is, he can approach the next round. Still trying to make a decision on his action. All right, chooses to turn his turret behind him, and then boost. We'll try to maybe get a shot through the debris on the arc or AP5. Next will most likely be the moving Talisan. Again, choosing to do a straight instead of turning in. Not the wrong call.
I'm trying my best. So you roll like 3 dice, if I'm correct?
Talisan has an interesting ability because it is dependent on him being stressed.
So, okay.
All right, and there it is. If you need to take a look at Talisan. All right, it looks like we were trying to arc dodge here and set up for the next round. Elo, with not a lot of options, is probably going to go straight into AP5. He didn't have a lot of places to go, so he is taking his shots early. Probably put some hurt on Shara, would be my guess. And then we are going to shooting. All right, Shara's going to get a shot from Elo here. Shara currently has 2 shields gone. This could get into Aull. All right, 4 dice coming out. 1 hit out of 4, and is evaded by Shara. Garvin's take range 1 at Elo. 4 dice coming out, and we got 2 hits and a crit. Elo takes 3 damage. So 1, 2, 3, and what is the crit?
Crit is Panicked Pilot.
Panicked Pilot. It's a pretty rough crit for Elo there. All right. And Shara has 4 hits versus Elo's 3 and takes all 4. And just like that, Elo is off the board. Just in case anyone was wondering, Elo is still on the board because we are still at initiative 5. If he hadn't shot yet, he would be able to still take a shot. Right, range 3 shot out the back from Greer. I'm sorry, from Tally. No, from Greer, sorry. All right, spending advanced optics for 2 hits. AP5 rolls 4 and full evade. And Elo has been removed from the board. All right. 1 hit from AP5. We got 5 evade dice from Joe. All right, had an awful lot of blanks, but he did manage to get 2 evades. I mean, you're not allowed to see it, but yeah, it's all right. For keeping track of points during a timed match, you're supposed to just know. Correct. And we're going back to dials. So while we wait, I'm going to post up into our groups here. All right, looks like we're gonna get some moves in here.
So then he's going to land for a base.
I think Saul is gonna do a what looks to be a K turn.
I did.
We are removing the ship because it's a little bit too big. Should be fine. All right, and there was a bump on the attempted K turn, so he will take a stress, not complete his maneuver, and therefore does not turn around. Oh, excuse me, he spent Leia, so he is no stress on that. It's going to close and reveal a 0 to turn. It looks to be turning around there. Again, he has spent Leia, so there will be no stress on that maneuver. And if you're just joining us, thank you for joining us. Feel free to talk to us in the chat. Let us know what you think. Give me some feedback. It's a work in progress, but this is our product so far. So. Oh my goodness, is that an eclipse? No, it's just Joe. He's choosing to move Greer into position, getting ready to boost forward and most likely move his turret back. He did move his turret back. Very sneaky. I didn't see him do that. Well, game is over because Joe's a big cheater face. As I said, we are. Yeah, hey, Caleb, thanks for joining us, man. Feel free to give us a follow, even if you can't make it any other time. At least then you'll know when we go live with this. But yeah, have fun, enjoy. Sorry I didn't post the link earlier. All right. A big maneuver here from Nian using pattern analyzer, so he can still do an action with his Talon roll. Choosing to take a target lock on Saul.
I lose the stress. I get my action.
And Caleb, since you're the first person to say anything, how's the sound? We have a lot of background noise here, so I wanted to check that.
All right.
All right. We got a range 3 shot on Saul. That looks like 2 hits and a crit, or 3 hits and a crit. Garvin is going to use Selfless for 1. And then how many hits on Saul? Garvin. And then takes 2 hull damage. And I believe that gives Joe half points from Saul. Kylie's going to take a range 2 on Saul. All right, that's awesome. That's what I needed to know. I'm choosing to spend the focus to put on 2 more hits on Saul. And looks like he'll be taking 2 more. Oh, putting Saul on his last hull point there. And then we are moving to initiative 4. And anyone else that's watching, if you are enjoying this or feel like there's anyone else that needs to watch, please feel free to share. Hi. And thank you for the follows. I appreciate that. All right, we got hitting a crit. Who what now? Who took damage?
Jacob, what did you roll on that last roll? No, yeah, on your last attack. Yeah, you went to 2.
On Nian? Okay. All right. Nian took a little pain back. Oh. Tally has him in the bullseye. Big hit. 3 hits and a crit. We got 3 evades. Ooh, 1. So hit, crit. Hit. We got a console fire crit as well. Which is not a great one for him to get, but at least it does not take effect till next time. All right, full evade. All right, Greer's taking a range 2 at Saul, trying to get him off the board here. All right, we got 2 hits, and that is a dead Saul. All right, putting Joe still a little bit behind on the points here. Jacob lobbying for a shot from AP5. He does not have anyone in the rear arc. And looks like we are back to dials. It's a pretty decent turnaround, but a lot of help to chew through for Joe yet. He does, however, still have pretty healthy A-wings that can run circles around the rest of the things on the board, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. All right, thanks for tuning in. Anyone that's new, not part of our league, thank you. This will be re-uploaded to YouTube after we are done here. Stay tuned. I don't have any casual matches planned, but we might do one afterwards. We'll see who's sticking around and if there's anybody willing. Someone's calling for Nick versus Jay in the chat, so that could be something that happens. We might do that. The King of Jank versus the Emperor of the Universe. Hey, you're on Instagram, my friend. For the gram. All right, we are going through the debris, meaning he's going to take another stress and roll for damage. He only takes the damage if he rolls a crit, so he manages to escape that. Ryan wants to let you know, all hail Nick. Long may he reign. And until next winter, at least. Until next winter, when Twilight Imperium gets played again. Maybe we'll stream that.
There you go.
That would be interesting. Who wants to tune in for an 8-hour stream of Twilight Imperium? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. Or unfollow if you don't want that.
Next time I'm playing one of them nasty aggressive races. I just want to run around and fight people. The
He
opposite
won.
of what I did last time.
He won by paying for friends. So, yeah, probably they want to. Everyone would want to see that. Exactly. All right, back to the game. We got Greer doing a marking Nien. And we're doing a turn out of the battle, but he does have the rear turret, so he will probably be turning out. Doing a focus and a spin. Oh, there we go. There's the rotate. And then he will focus. It does take a stress for doing that. All right, next we got Tally. Also choosing to turn away from the fight, but not necessarily out of the fight, because he does have that turret as well. Does lose a little bit of her ability, though. Yep, chooses to spin the turret and focus. This is probably the wackest game I've ever seen Joe play. But again, we are a casual league. As long as both players are okay with it, we pretty much allow anything to get through, so. All right, and choosing to bump so he has a better angle for the next round. Choosing to do that mostly because he knew the one arc is going to be out of the way. We're doing a range 2 shot. Yep. Resolving the console fire. And he takes a crit. Oh, it is only on hits, so he avoids that damage. Range 2 shot. Getting 2 hits on Shara with 0 evades. And that is going to go into Aull. I also think it's 2. Yeah. Out the rear from Taliesin. using heroic to ping that. And we're going to spend the focus. 2 hits. And 1 evade from Shara, so she is going to take 1 more damage. And that actually seems to tie up both players on the points, so it'll be interesting to see where they go from there. Looking to see what range we have out the rear here. I would say range 3. And 2 dice out the rear. 1 hit, 2 hits, spending the focus that he has, and giving it to Shara. And it's going to, taking 1 hit on Nian, down to 1 hull. And this is a big hit here. He needs a full evade in order to get out of this. Oh, heroic. Either way, he is dead. One hit. And what crit did you get? Just for completion's sake? Stunning pilot. And Nian is out. Technically, we are still on initiative 4, which is why he is staying on the board. Range 3 coming back at Shara from Greer. It's a long shot, but it is versus... We got 2 hits. Fortunately for Jacob, he does have a focus for defense, and at range 3, he rolls 2. They are 2 blanks. He's gonna spend it. And he added 1 evade with his ability to take 1 damage. All right, just to give you some clarity as to what's happening there. It's while you defend or perform a primary attack, you may spend 1 lock you have on the enemy ship to add 1 focus result to your dice results. So we spent the lock to add the focus and then spent the focus. Yeah, we're going to have, I think, 5 dice coming from Joe and 0 hits from AP5. So we are going to head to dials. We still have very healthy A-Wings here, but they also go down in the Blaze of Glory very easily, so anything is possible right now. As it stands, though, Jacob has a very commanding lead and a lot of health. And thank you for joining us. We appreciate your time. Let us know if there's anything that you like, hate. Either way, throw us a like. Give us a comment. If you're watching this on YouTube, appreciate doing all that as well. And we are moving on quickly through the dials as we have a few ships off the board. AP5 is choosing to do a 1 straight. We got some rock fists going on in the background here. And choosing to calculate. He will be out of the fight for some time. Shara is doing it too hard. Going to turn up into the A-Wings. Probably going to bump. Oh, turning away from the A-Wings. Interesting. Narrowly missing the debris field, but clearing it all the same. And choosing to lock both A-Wings with R3's ability, allowing him to take 2 different target locks. Next, we finally get the completed K-turn, narrowly missing the edge. but obviously calculated. Oh, looks like we got a straight maneuver to clear stress. Joe trying to decide what he's going to do for the next round. Most likely not going to get any shots this time. Choosing to instead turn and boost. And Tally, most likely going to be choosing to do the same thing. Instead, choosing to focus. Most likely to take the range 3 shot. So he's going to check that with Tally. It is just short of any shots. But that is sometimes how this game goes. And we are going straight back to dials as there are no shots. And while that does not seem like a big round, that is actually a huge win for Jacob. We've got some good beef on the board. Made it.
What's going on over here?
He got asked to take his damage cards off the mat. Yeah, Garvin has one shield down. I can answer that at least. I can answer that at least. He's got one shield down. All right.
No, this
Thanks.
is actually, I don't know. I like.
Thanks. All right, AP5 turning up. Not really in any hurry to get back into the fight. He's kind of inconsequential when it comes to dogfighting anyways. Shara is going to 4K to try to pincer both the A-wings. He again will not have much of a shot this time around, but he will have a shot probably in the next 2 rounds. Oh, a little bump there on the asteroid, a little debris. And then it is to Garvin. Garvin's going 3 forward. Basically going right back where he was. He does keep the stress. All right, now the big maneuver from Joe here. He's got a 3-2 bank. He's going to boost. And then we can expect a hard turn from Tally, who will be trying to come in from the side on the arc as well. And she will also boost. Or she might just spin her turret and focus. Yeah, that bow tie. It is a range 3 through debris. It is going to be we do not have the laser pointer, I don't think, but we could check that if we wanted to. All right, it is range 3. 2 dice. It is going to spend the focus for 2 hits. And getting a focus in return. However, he does not have a focus to spend, so he will take 2 damage. Shields are down. And then Greer is going to take a unchallenged shot as well. Range 3, also unobstructed. And we got 2 more natural hits coming from Greer. We got 1 natural evade. And we have bit into the hull. And we are going back to dials. Yeah. Funny thing about these A-Wings is they're going to just chew away bit by bit. He is going to try to go for a kill hopefully next round. Garvin's going to turn in, probably try to get a range 1. At least try to PS kill Greer if he can manage the shot. He does not have Leia to do a non-red turn, so he's going to have to be a little creative with it. He may have to be happy with doing a straight this turn and then try to do a K next turn. And now we wait. Jacob confidently setting his dials, already has all 3 down, and we are ready to go. AP5 is doing a hard turn. Again, taking his time. Someday he will get there. And adding the predictable focus. Shara is flying like an absolute mad person. You know, for an arc. And choosing not to clear the stress. And Garvin turning away from the approaching A-Wings, trying to get a rear shot. All right, Greer is going to move in. Do a big move forward. Joe here looking to boost in if he can. And chooses to do so with the focus and the stress. Currently, his A-Wings do have the action economy to be a little riskier with his moves and his stress, as he does have the rear. He's got the rear with Greer. And this is a little bit closer maneuver. He does manage to clear just barely. And we will be looking for him to turn in as well, would be my guess. And does indeed choose to boost. He's looking to check bullseye. In my professional opinion, he does not have bullseye, but that is me. And we move on to shooting, starting with Tally. He's going to He's going to check range and then bullseye. He does not have bullseye. It is the player's call.
Alright, so rank 1
No, I don't think so. All right, spends a focus for 3 hits. 2 hits and a crit, my mistake. Chooses to spend his focus. So he takes 1. And takes a crit as well. It's a console fire. Says he's okay with it. We'll see, because he's going to take a shot back. Moves the focus over to Shara. He was in Shara arc before boost, yes. And managed to miss the council fire, firing back at Tally. Spends his charge, gets 1 crit, and takes 1 shield on Tally. Does still have range 3 from Shara as well. 3 dice coming out the front. Ooh, we got hit crit. He's going to spend to add 1 more hit. All right, there's 2. We're going to take a crit. All right, and he gets a big crit on Tally, who can now only take focuses. Greer's going to try to close out. He needs a crit to do it, though. Does not get it. And gets 1 evade. And we will be going back to dials, as AP5 does not have a shot. Big round for Jacob. Joe really needed that heroic to ping there, and it just, of course, he got that 1 errant focus, as heroic is wont to do. All right, looks like Joe has some interesting decisions to make here. Shara has 3 health left. Doing a quick check-in on Aull to see, most likely to choose his appropriate targets there. Basically, he's trying to decide on which ones he can kill first. Unfortunately, Greer will always shoot after Garvin and Shara, so he has to decide there. Plus, he's going to probably take an uncontested shot from AP5. Usually not a big deal, but damage is damage when it comes to A-Wings. AP5 coordinates Garvin to flip the crit that he had. No longer has the console fire. Trying to set up a kill box with his arcs. And we got a 4K from the other arc. Rightly choosing to get his 3 dice arc in front. It's actually 60 minutes for being over. All right, now we're going to move on to the A-Wings. Greer, moving first, is going to do a straight clearest stress. His choice here is to either shoot at Shara or shoot at Garvin. There technically isn't a wrong choice here, though I know who I would pick. I'm choosing the boost. All right, so we can expect a hard turn from Tali. It's most likely where this is going. Ooh, a bank from Tali. Going to try to bow tie Shara to eliminate his shots there. Unfortunately, he cannot boost. He can only focus. And choosing to kamikaze boost into Garvin, trying to get him off the board. He did clear his crit. This is probably a game decider, but Greer is healthy, so anything can happen. And it does look like he's out of arc from this angle. We do have a range 1 shot. And heroic screwed again. Blanks and a focus.
Sorry.
No shot from Shara. Taking the range 1 shot on Tali. 4 dice coming at him, but it is naked. We got 3 crits, 2 crits.
Use your tally
And we got 2 evades. Tali lives, at least through that attack.
You're both honest.
And then we're going to have a big attack from Greer on AP. He does not have Garvin and Arc. Well, it looks like we do have a range 2 shot. It's going to be a big one. He needs 2 hits and no evades. And he's going to use advanced optics for his 2 hits that he needs. And no. And Garvin is down. And just like that, Joe takes a quick lead. And we got a range 1 on Tali from AP5. It is naked. And hit crit, or hit.
You're in trouble here, Tally.
Oh. And Joe with his lucky dice. Did you bake those?
Somebody check them.
I had all the spots removed.
Man, all I know is during our game, I felt the same way. That was very frustrating.
Check
My blood pressure spiked just from watching that for both of you.
Narrowly evaded death.
All right. And a big turnaround from Joe. Dice working out for him there. He did get screwed on his attacks from Tally, but they did turn around on his evade, giving him the 2 evades he needs for her to live. And we got ourselves a game. If any of you are joining us for the first time or just coming back, welcome back or welcome. Hope you enjoy your time here. Let me know if there's anything that you think needs improvement. If you're watching us on YouTube, also like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell. All that stuff that people say. All right, and we are marking Tally. AP5 looks to be doing a bank, possibly a sloop. Nope, just a bank. I don't know what they have, actually.
What?
AP chooses to calc instead of coordinate. And Chara is going to do a K turn. We got some people saying you should just run away and take evades for an hour. It'd be a very interesting game.
I don't know that. I don't want to bet that.
Right. Just doing a little short move. Gonna turn his turret back. Take some shots at Chara.
I like that.
Yeah. Joe is geeking out on the A.
It's pretty awesome.
Yes.
We love our nicknames around here. ZZ Top.
I feel like
All
there's
right.
no choice. You know, like, it's easy to
All right. I know who ZZ Top is. All right, we're gonna have a range 3 from Tally. This is a big attack on Chara. He needs 3 damage. He can only do it. He can only do it with a crit, but he can do it. AP5 is healthy. All right, there's a hit, and 1 evade. Chara takes 1. Chara is returning to Tally. We got a crit coming out. And we got 2 evades. That is a full evade. Tally lives to fight another day. And a shot back from Greer. Spends focus. And he survives with 1 haul. We got 1 crit from AP5 going to Tally. And yeah, statistically speaking, he should get an evade on this. and instead chooses to get 2. And that is how Joe does it. He chooses what he rolls, usually. Unless if he wants blanks, in which case he will always get a 1 focus in there. For anybody that runs Heroic knows, that's how it goes. And we are back to dials. So while we're doing this, I want to actually thank the game shop that lets us run our X-Wing League. It's Freedom Gaming in Canton, Ohio. They are recently expanding their tabletop area to a whole other floor. Hoping to get in on that soon. Currently, we share the room with Magic the Gathering and some RPG players. So it's a great time. If you're in the area, please check them out. They got basically everything that you could want for any game you would ever want to play. And I don't personally play Magic, but they do have quite the selection. And I believe we are getting back to it. AP Vive's going to start us off. Going backwards, which I completely forgot that it can do.
You know why? Because no one flies.
People forget that it can go backwards usually because it dies before it gets a chance to. And also not many people in our league fly it. It does take a stress in doing so.
I still think they have the white.
And then we're going to have a bank in. I believe that clears his stress and also gets him a focus as well.
I was sure the 5th time, and then every time I was like, she's going back.
Greer is going to turn up, but not turn down. For what? I believe you're going to try to get another range 3 shot out of Tally. Chooses to boost up. Tally's going to go as slow as it possibly can, or he's going to turn out of the way to get a Shara's Arc, hopefully taking away any shots that she may have. I believe that does clear his stress. Trying to decide what he wants to do. He's trying to bow tie Shara. He's gonna take a boost action to further boost out of the arc. Oh, interesting. I think instead choosing to move out of his effective range. Thank you, Ryan. I do what I can. All right, Tally's choosing to shoot at AP5. Get some damage on him since he is stressed. Gets a crit and a hit with advanced optics. AP5 rolls, gets 2 evades. Shara is going to take a shot back at Tally if she can. Ooh, Greer is going to take a shot at AP5 if he can, but there is no shot. Obstructed shot back on Tally. Nope. And 0 hits.
I know, when he threw that card up on the screen, I was like, what?
Yeah, I was saying, it's so awesome. You're doing so awesome. Yeah, it's so cool.
All right, we are back to dials. Hey, if the only people that watch our streamers are league members, that's fine. That's what it is. So, all good. It's tabletop. It's kind of a niche thing. So it's tabletop. It's a niche thing, you know? All right, we are marking for a movement. Thank you, Weez. I will say, commentating for tabletop is much slower paced than what I'm used to. Usually I'm trying to stumble over my words and just keep up with the action, but this is much easier. Talk to me when we get to a swarm, though. I might change my tune. We got Greer turning around. We'll most likely expect him to boost straight. And take his focus with the stress. Seems like Joe is trying to get AP5 down as well. And we got Tally turning back in. He's going to clear his stress. Or she, I guess, is going to clear her stress. And then he's going to turn his turret for a stress. But Tally is out of the fight this round. All right. Shara is going to choose to take a obstructed range 2. Correct. And it's closest point to closest point. So yes, it is through.
It's got to be perpendicular. It's got to be perpendicular. That would be the closest point to straight line.
Shara getting a hit and a crit. Is going to spend his target lock to add. So we got 2 hits and a crit from Shara on Greer. Spends the focus for the evade correctly and does not take any damage. Joe here looking to shoot back at AP5, just out of arc though. However, he is an AP5's arc, so he'll be taking shots back. He decided it's an obstructed shot. He's using his calculate for 2 hits. And Greer takes 1 from the scrappy little droid. Yes, sir. And we are moving back to dials. May not seem like much, but that is a big hit from Jacob. Any kind of damage he can get out of AP5 is huge. Joe continues to lead by 1. And time continues to tick down. You're at 40 minutes. Yeah. All right, starting off with AP5, he is doing a quick bank. Trying to maybe block Greer, would be my guess. And then Shara's gonna do her move. Looks to be a K turn, I believe. It is. Greer is going to just blow past. Going to blow past AP5 and is going to just do a straight and then turn his turret to get the shot. AP5 still looking very healthy. I believe he has full health somehow. Tally is going to stay to the path. She says, this is the way, go straight. Clearly a big Mando fan. And chooses to just hang out in the middle of the battlefield while Greer cleans up the sides. No shot from Tally.
I like it better with
All right, big shot from Greer. Looking to get some hull damage on AP5. And does with advanced optics. Gets 2 hits and a crit.
Really?
Does manage to only take a shield, though, as he spends his... It's a big roll from AP5. However, there's no shots returned as he managed to bow tie AP5 and Tally is out of range. So we are back to dials.
So good. So good. My turret for fun. Okay. I did that wrong.
Yeah.
God.
Joe managed to hang on with a 1-point lead. It's going to be a big round for Joe, as Tally will most likely be able to get back into range of somebody this round. But he may choose to slow play it as well. Both players are ready to turn dials. AP5 reveals a backwards maneuver. Most likely to try to get a shot at Tally. He just needs 1 damage to close her out, so any pot shot can do it. Does take a stress, though. Shara choosing to go straight in. Not really much choice for her to go there. You can expect a focus. You may get a target lock out of her. Right, indeed, focus. Greer is doing a 2 straight, and you can assume that he's going to shoot out the rear. Greer at the rear is his new name. Greer at the rear. That's right, choosing to focus. And Tally is probably going to turn up. What a sportsman, choosing not to run away the whole game with Tally, which he could very easily do and would have every reason to. Trying to decide what he wants to do. He's going to focus. Ooh, and chooses to instead boost towards Shara, trying to get her off the board, which is the bigger threat. He gets to do the initiative shot. Hopefully range 2. All right, range 2. He needs 1 hit to get through, so he has a pretty decent chance at this. He's going to spend the focus. This is a big roll. Actually, it's not a big roll. He dies either way. And that is a dead Shara. So all that is left is AP5. A pretty big hill to climb, but he will shoot a tally here. Range 3, range 2 from Greer. From Greer out the rear. And there's going to be another focus spent. And 2 hits on AP5. Down to his last 2 hull. AP is going to take the range 2 in the tally. We get a manage. It's 2 hits. It's probably going to be a dead tally, statistically speaking, but. Oh, look, there it is. Tally dies to the robot.
Tally died.
Rear versus AP.
Yes. How much health is left on AP?
He has 2 health left.
So we got 3 on Greer and 2 on AP.
Well,
You know what? I am not going to play. I'm going to tell the odds. So 3 dice.
we are back to dials. Indeed. It is definitely in the last round, maybe 2 here. Jacob is going to go the opposite direction, trying to get a better shot on Greer, would be my guess. Chooses to calculate.
Five forward.
No.
I was back
If
up.
it goes wrong,
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm going to see if I can pull that. It doesn't have a 3. Yeah.
And Greer just going nice and easy around the board. And Joe controls the pace of this match at this point. He does not have to engage if he doesn't want to. He's got the lead. It is a long slug, 30 minutes, but he can do it. Chooses to boost. Narrowly misses the rock.
Yeah.
Right.
Who cares?
I already know what I'm doing. I have nothing to lose.
Jacob proudly proclaiming he has nothing to lose, so
I am the whole one.
you're going to see as hard of a turn as you can out of the A-wing, probably a boost from there.
Time to joust. This is where Joe blanks out, like rolls blank eye.
Yeah.
And eats it.
Joe fully expecting to be let down by his dice in the final salvo, which is coming up here in the next 2 rounds. All right. And as expected, a boost or a hard turn forward. You will see a boost forward as well.
That's how this is going to end. You know what?
Oh, instead chooses to focus.
Like Rogue One, watching the blast. Oh, yeah. Why does it always come down to 85 on 2 health versus A-Wing? That's the second time it's happened.
Kill the A-Wing?
Joe trying to decide if he's going to take a range 3 shot or a range 2 shot. It is an important decision because he does shoot first. He may not have the focus going for defense, and his Greer is down to 2 health. So anything can put him down. It's always a possibility. He is not out of danger with them both facing each other.
No, it said I got an extra.
I had to ask.
Both dials are set. AP5 is going to be moving here. And as expected, he's doing it as fast as he can straight into the fray, but it's a blue move to clear his stress. And takes that focus. And Joe wisely deciding to stay out of the fray as far as he can, forcing maybe a range 3 shot. If he does not boost in, it probably will not have a shot. Okay. Instead, choosing to focus. And he's going to leave it there. And it is no shot.
Well, there you go, Jacob.
Which is actually not good for Joe, because if he boosted in, it would still be the range 3, and he would still get his focus. But if he didn't close it out, then he would be in a worse position. So we are going to see a range 2 shot here, maybe even range 1.
Justin, I will give you bonus points if you can successfully put that over the commentary.
I'm sorry, what? Oh, the final countdown? Sorry. Sorry, I don't have the license for Final Countdown. Not if you only play for 20 seconds, but are you going to keep track of that? No. Me neither.
Oh, get back here.
And instead, Joe is going to boost and turn and bow tie AP5.
I'm going to say you're in trouble, buddy. Don't like to be in our You're in trouble, Jacob. Now he's just going to do this all night.
Turns out jousting was not the only decision, which he actually caught me off guard on that.
Blank
Oh.
eye. Calling it now, blank eye. This game's going to come to tie regardless.
Heroic pings. Advanced optics.
Oh, you did.
And fool. Yeah, I did not actually expect him to go past that. You know, this late in the game, I would have gone straight ahead and jousted and probably lost because of it. So, and that is why these two are in the grand finals, and I am not.
No problem.
We are back to dials.
I got my stuff, right? But I got a little spot right.
This is the brand new list that
LA, are you one of our players, or are you coming in from Reddit?
Okay.
What?
Are you guys having a time? Yeah, 2 hours.
What?
Oh, hey, well, thanks for joining us, man. I appreciate it. It's our first stream, trying it out. Let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. Either on Reddit or in the chat, does not matter.
Oh, get back here.
All right, Greer moving away. Going to try to probably choose to put him back in arc in the rear, but I don't think he will have the range on it then.
This guy was here. This guy was back. This was this. And this was this.
Oh, and 2 damage on it, too. He's a little rough.
We're boosting out, making sure that no firing happens.
Rock back and forth.
You can expect a hard 2-turn next round. But we are back to dials, and we are coming down to the last few minutes of the match here at 25 minutes. AP5 seems perfectly happy with moving around the board and just kind of screaming obscenities at Greer. Maybe he's using a bard's ability to wickedly mock him. Most likely will choose to boost in. It was. This will be uploaded on YouTube later, though, so I will post that into the Reddit as well, so you can see that and see the whole replay. And I believe this will archive for a bit as well, so you didn't miss anything. Should archive pretty quickly. All right, we are choosing to take a range 3 shot at AP5.
It's time.
The worst.
Time. Revolution.
Oh, he has to spend the focus, but he does survive.
Keep the shot back.
Oh, yes. Range 3 shot back at Greer. This is actually potentially dangerous.
Yeah, he's got it back. He's got it.
Come on, match dice. It's time.
Gets one hit. Not enough to put Greer down, but it is enough to put him on notice.
5 eyes.
And gets 2 evades. Where was that on your attack dice, Joe? And we're going back to dials.
Feel bad about this yet? You should feel bad about this.
Why?
Both of you.
Why should I feel bad about this?
It's still going.
Yes, should be way over.
You both should feel bad.
If it goes to time, it's the final count.
Time as it is, which is why I really should run away.
Yeah, that is most likely what he'll be choosing to do here. Don't want to say it out loud because I'm not too far away from the players, but I do think that is the right call. However, I do think Joe will see that coming. So.
Okay, the last floor. Now.
Right. Instead, chooses to do 1 forward.
That arc wide.
And does a calculate. Pretty much his only choice to make at this point. Joe happily slow rolling it up the side. Trying to stay at range 2 to 3 so he doesn't get the stronger shot back in case of his dice fail.
I don't notice these things.
And it is indeed range 3. And gets the eyeball. Trying to decide if he wants to spend it. It is the right call to spend. He does. And puts 1 damage on. But he is still up. AP5 shooting back. 2 dice versus 3 dice. Or 4 dice, I'm sorry. Oh, it is a crit though. It could be a direct hit if no evades come up. However, 2 evades come up. And we are back to at least 1 more set of dials. However, I do think this will be the last round. And again, if you are enjoying this, let us know. Drop me a follow. This will not be the last time we're doing this. We have a store championship coming up March 14th, starting 10 a.m. our side, which is Eastern time. And currently, that is a hyperspace format for those not familiar with store championship.
Yeah, you probably need to.
All right.
Let's be real.
And Jacob choosing to do a hard turn that way. Hopefully trying to throw Joe off.
He read you like a book.
Okay, well, post it to my art. I can have glorious death.
All right.
Yeah.
Joe currently has a decision to make. He could play it safe this turn and just turn in next round, or he could boost up and then take a shot.
I know what I shot at each other yet?
Good question.
Wisely chooses the barrel wall to get a better angle next round.
I saw
I actually saw the rock. The rock did move,
the rock move.
so it was a failed action.
But that was what I was going to try with barrel roll.
Yeah. All right.
I was
Barrel
saying,
roll.
I was like, I know what I'd do here. I'd barrel roll it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I think we had a slight earthquake there for a moment in space. All right, and I think I think this round might be the last one. I think I've said it the last 6 rounds though, so who knows?
Do you have any idea how bad it feels to fly 5 against Angling? Yes.
All right, and Joe is going to do a hard turn. He's going to give AP5 the rear, but that's what rear likes. He likes shooting out the rear. Greer out the rear. It rhymes, so it's right every time. And focus, and we are going to have a big shot. It's going to be range 2, however. Better decision, range 3. To give him the extra dice buffer there. A hit crit and a full evade.
85's going to return the favor. Come on, we need
2 shots out the back from AP5. And do have 1 hit. And plenty of it, 1 evades. And we are back to dials. See, I made a liar again. A little over 15 minutes. Unfortunately, this is what happens when high evade dice versus 2 attack dice meet. Not a lot happens. All right. Jacob trying to close the distance on Greer. Joe is just going to bank away. He's going to boost away to keep getting that range 3 shot. Has it. Range 2, or range 3. Shooting out the back.
Nick, this is the last Jedi right here.
No, this is why Star Wars is bad.
And chooses to use advanced optics to get the 2 hits.
Oh.
And gets 2 evades.
He can't attack, but he sure can't roll green. Yay!
That's why Greer
All
dies.
right. 1 hit. 2 hits with a calculate.
Like I said,
2 evades. High
my life just
octane thrills here in the final round.
tell me already. Stop it. Why? High.
Jacob begging for a joust.
Also known as visibly distressed, very much so.
I'm visibly distressed.
The spectators also have considerable anxiety for the outcome of this game, or the lack thereof.
There you go.
Please commentate that. I would appreciate it.
Don't worry, they heard you.
Okay.
It's a bad mic. It hears everything, unfortunately.
Yes. Like the full squad, you have to.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we're going to see a potentially clean shot from Jacob this time. If Joe lets him, of course. He is going to have to boost to have a shot this time, though.
And there's the credit.
Chooses to boost forward. Range 3 out the back. It's unobstructed. Has to spend the focus in order to get anything off of it. And gets the 1 of 8 he needs. He shot in the evade. They're OP. And gets his 1 of 8 that he needs. And we are back to dials. And what looked like was going to be over about 40 minutes ago is still going. 40 minutes. Let me see some numbers in the chat if you find this amusing or horrible. One for bad, 2 for okay, 3 for great. We're gonna have a debris. Could potentially kill himself here. And it's a focus. It seemed like he was begging for a crit. 2, all right. They're not saying it's horrible. Thank you for your honesty.
No.
3, but almost 1.
11 minutes. Oh my
So it's split around.
Keep going, like there is no end.
I'm probably just gonna focus.
I'm waiting for Joe to like flip his turret around just out of spite.
Range 3 still. However, it is a naked AP5. Sounds like a 2. It sounds like me. 2 natural hits. And that is a dead AP5. Joe takes it. This is your how many championships now? 3? It's his 3-peat. Not in a row, however. A little asterisk by that. 2 in a row. The madman must be stopped.
We went for almost 2 hours. Like
Yeah.
that. Well, that was.
Well,
That must have been as exhausting a commentator as it was to play.
I was running out of things to say, honestly. But hey, good games all around.
So I finished with 2 more health than I finished our last match.
Actually, I finished with 1 more.